Hey guys, Nathan here. Just thought I'd come on and do a quick update. So here it goes. Well, thing is that I've not really been great lately. Um, Not really sure how to put this apart from being very blunt because unfortunately that's just how I'm made. But I'm I'm really struggling mentally, which I mean it's not great. You know, Uh, I'm an autistic dad and a person who's trying to, work and live like the most normal life I could possibly live. And I don't think I've ever struggled so much in life. And that's so hard, like the reality of like my days at the moment is I can barely care for my son because there's so much like sensory stuff going on. I can barely care for him. I'm lucky to have my partner Emma, who puts everything that she's gone through to a side to me, so our son gets the right care, and then I'm supported as much as I need supporting without me asking for it. But honestly, the last year, I was made homeless. I barely held a job together at that point, and then I had to leave that job because it will just make me mentally ill. And then I went to the job that I'm in now, and I've worked 2 weeks, and I've had to be off since. And that's tough, Like every day, it feels the guilt is growing more and more because every time when I have like appointments at the job centre or if I'm going to the doctor to have a checkup, I'll tell them the exact same thing that I'm going to tell you. I want to work and I want to provide for my family. I want to do the absolute best possible job I can do for my family because I like helping people. You know, I'm I'm a helper. I hate see people struggling. You know, from all walks of life, and I've been very lucky in the jobs that I've had before that I've been able to experience that. Like I worked as a community coach at Rochdale Football Club, and it was the most eye-opening experience that I could ever possibly get because you saw people from everywhere, every part of life. You saw them. Sometimes they didn't even come to play football; they came for a coffee. You know, and I appreciate every single moment of my time in the club. But I decided I wanted to change. I wanted to go into education and help people like myself with autism, send whatever you want to call it under the umbrella. I wanted to help people academically because while I didn't struggle per se academically, there's a lot of people that I know that did, and I want to change the experience for them and be a role model. So I worked at a college for around a year, and I spent half of it off because I was homeless, and then I just I really struggled. You know, I struggled to adapt, and I mean, working there, I had quite a character of a like people above me were quite characters, and it was quite hard to work with them when trying to be supportive at the same time, despite me asking for it, and that was quite a big part of my downfall. And it got to the point in November where I just switched jobs into the job that I'm in now, and I was working half days because I couldn't physically or mentally do a whole day. It was too much to process, which is heartbreaking for me. But it got to November and I had to go to hospital because there were major concerns for my well-being. And I was getting better since then. I've been off work since then. That's why I put 4 1907s, I think. I needed something to do at home, and I was getting better and better. And you know what? About a week ago, you probably could have seen me possibly returning to work next month when my fit note currently expires. But um, yesterday, I probably had a real rough day to put it. I've got really low in a moment, and I don't know how, don't know why. It just happened, and I was alone in the house, and I made a note. I I recorded it like this, but I deleted it straight away because the overwhelming guilt I felt there. And Emma, my partner, she came back in the house, and I was lying literally behind me there, lying on the floor with a sharp thing that you used to cut food with. One of those sharp things next to me. I wasn't holding it, I was just staring at it. I don't remember getting it. But Emma, she called 111, explained what she saw and everything that I could try and tell her I was non-verbal. And they told us to call 999. And I mean, I've woken up today, not felt much better. I'm recording this almost at midnight because I wanted to reflect on it all and tell you guys how much I really am struggling, you know. That there are moments in life where the world stops, you know. Yesterday felt like the world stopped for the first time. First time since my son was born. And I froze. Because the overwhelming guilt I felt of all the problems that I'm facing and all the help that I've tried getting. Because I'll always ask for help when I genuinely feel like I need it. I do struggle to ask for help, but when I can see a need that I'm struggling, then I'll ask, you know. And I'm at the point where mentally it's a bit of a crisis, you know. I'm not in a midlife crisis, I'm just in a mental crisis. Arguably worse, you know. I'll try to see the bright side of things. I'm a glass half full kind of guy, you know. But I mean, I'd, I'd rather keep a note of it. Whether I post this or not is a different thing. I'm not sure if I'll ever have confidence to post it. But every time I make a video or I go to the football, it's always unscripted, you know. Like I'm just my own character. I just hope I don't reflect that I have so many problems when I'm in those situations. You know? And I'll just want to finally say a huge thank you to Emma when you do watch this, because I know you will, because you support me so well. I want to say a huge thank you, because without you, I would probably be 6 feet under. So thank you, and I love you so much. I do, I promise. I can hear my son now, so I'm gonna go get him. But I'm not asking for any support or like, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I just wanted to make a note of it. Men struggle. Autistic dads struggle. You know, reach out, because there's always going to be someone struggling when you don't really see it. But thank you so much for your support. I'm going to try and do as much as I can to get better. I appreciate and love you all. God bless you.